Hi everybody, it's Tuesday the 9th of February and this is your third lesson for today, and it's carrying on from the RE lesson we had 2 weeks ago when we looked at different places of worship, and today we are looking to design the features of a place of worship, what we would put inside. So minimum for this you will need paper and pencils, but if you have colouring pencil, felt tips, paper that you want to use, then that will be great. So let's get started. Just to recap what we went through last time, if you remember, we discussed and thought about why do people go to places of worship, and some of the reasons were to pray, to be closer to God, to meet people within the community, to meet people with the same religious beliefs, to hear scripture or passages, to make people feel safe or loved. Then we looked at different buildings, and this was a church, which is a place of worship for Christians. This is a synagogue, a place of worship for Jews. A mandir, a place of worship for Hindus. A temple, a place of worship for Buddhists. A mosque, a place of worship for Muslims. And a gurdwara, a place of worship for Sikhs. What we're going to look at now, we're going to look at some of the items that would belong in a place of worship. What I'd like you to do as we go through, what do you notice as similarities and differences when looking at the items or the places inside a spiritual building? So let's start with a synagogue. We saw this photo last week. Lots of different detail in this picture. But just some of the things that you might find, there are some sacred items and ceremonies, one of them being the Ark and the Torah. So every single synagogue contains an Ark, which is a cupboard where the Torah scrolls, which contain the text of the Hebrew Bible, are kept, and a desk from which to read the Torah. So you've got two pictures of an ark and what some of them might look like, and two examples of a Torah there. Next, we're going to look inside a gurdwara. The Sikh place of worship is known as the gurdwara. This translates as the door of the Guru. All gurdwaras display the Nishan Sahib flag, which you can see two different pictures of on the left side, on which appears the Khanda, which is the symbol of Sikhism. Within the hall, the Guru Granth Sahib is placed on the Manji Sahib, a small platform. You can see a picture of the Guru Granth Sahib and the Manji Sahib platform there. The Gurdwara is not only a place for meditation and prayer, it is the main place for the Sikh community, or also called the Sangat, to gather together, and it is also a place where Sikhs and the wider community can learn about the faith. It is a relaxed place of worship, and there is no expectation for Sikhs to attend the Gurdwara at all. However, because it is a place of community where people are made welcome, many Sikhs choose to attend the Gurdwara on a regular basis. Now, last time we looked inside the church, and here is an example of what inside a church might look like. And one of the things that you might find is the pulpit, which is the platform, often raised slightly above ground, from which a priest delivers a sermon, which is a talk, usually based on Bible passages. And you can see on the right two pictures of the Bible. In the majority of churches, the pulpit is situated to the side, while the altar, which is another part of the church, takes center stage. Next, we're going to look what it's inside a Buddhist temple. And again, this is an example in this picture. Other temples will look different. And here we've got some pictures inside. The most important part of a Buddhist temple is the shrine room, which contains one or more Buddha rupas. Any place where an image of the Buddha is used in worship is known as a shrine, and many Buddhists also have shrines at home. The sacred book of Buddhism is called the Tripitaka, called the Tipikata in Pali, which is the language. It is also called the Pali Canon, after the language in which it was first written. Next, we're looking inside a mosque, and again, here is a picture of an example. Not all mosques look the same, like all churches and Buddhist temples don't look the same. But inside the mosque is the prayer hall, also known as the musalla. It is a large open space where everyone sits on the floor. Muslims use the mat to ensure cleanliness and to offer prayer in an isolated space. Whilst there isn't a requirement in the Islamic religion, Islam does call on its followers to worship in a clean area. A prayer rug offers both of these and has become one of the most cherished items of any Muslim household. The Quran is a highly respected book, and Muslims usually perform wudu, a ritual washing of the hands, face and feet before reading it, and keep it wrapped in cloth when it is not being used. So you can see inside there's an example of some different prayer mats and as well the Quran. We're going to look inside now a mandir. And again, here's a picture of what a mandir looks like. Again, they're not all looking the same. There will be different sizes, different colors. When they enter a mandir, a Hindu worshipper typically removes their shoes as a sign of respect and cleanliness in the house of the deities. The worshipper then enters the shrine room and rings a bell at the shrine of one of the gods or goddesses. This is a symbol of awakening the deity, but it also acts to focus the worshipper's mind. They may then walk around the shrine while singing, chanting, or praying. They may also present an offering such as fruit, milk, or money. At a Hindu temple, different parts of the building have a different spiritual or symbolic meaning. The central shrine is the heart of the worshipper. The tower represents the flight of the spirit to heaven. A priest may read, or more usually recite, the Vedas to the assembled worshippers. So there you can see some pictures of the bells that would be rung, the offerings that are made, and then you've also got pictures of different examples of the Vedas as well. So now that we've looked inside those different ones and looked at different elements, it's now your turn and to design the inside of your own place of worship. Looking at the different parts of what are inside these places of worship, design what you would put in your own place of worship. You could include prayer mat, sacred text, a special place to keep a sacred text safe, bells to ring when you enter the building, offerings to the gods. It does not have to be what you saw, but from your own experiences inside a place of worship, or you could create your own ideas. For me, I quite like the flag that was in the Sikhism. I might have a prayer mat and somewhere space special to keep it. I like the idea of offerings as well, so they might be my ideas, but what would yours be? Draw us out a design and label it and let us know, and send in your work. I look forward to seeing it. Well done. See you, Kate. Bye.